Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Atrez. We are back. Another show to do, a lot to talk about. I gotta admit, a lot of these topics I'm going over today was supposed to get covered yesterday, but I didn't know it was gonna turn into an hour-long Ironheart Rage Fest. Nigga, today the news was crazy. Let me put this down somewhere. The news was crazy. Microsoft firing everybody, games getting canceled, studios getting shuttered. Sad day to be a developer, but we got to talk about it anyway. So let's get to it. Okay, first things first, we got to get to the begging portion of the video. I'm actually going to take this opportunity to tell a little story or get a little personal with you guys. Recently I just found out that the city I'm in suspended my license. Why would you do that? Matter of fact, this deserves sad music. They suspended my license for an apparent missed court date from June 2024 for a headlight. Nigga, I paid it. I literally paid it. But whatever. If I don't have the proof, they're not going to accept it. They want $1,000. So I'm saying all of that to say, nigga, I never beg for anything, but God damn it, this day here, I'm begging. Okay, $1,000 for a damn headlight is crazy. But we're doing it. Anyway, Cash App, Venmo in the description. For those of you who have been asking, is there another way to support you since we got demonetized? All right, I'll put that in the pinned comment for you if you're into that sort of thing. Otherwise, I'll settle for just liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Well, we got to get to it. We got where we're going to start at. We got to talk about Alyssa Mercante and 8-Bit Eric, okay? There's a reason why you don't really give these people any room to breathe. Put my iPad here down so y'all don't have to be distracted by that. There's a reason why you don't give these people any room to breathe. I'm talking about the Alyssa Mercantes or whatever. You got people like me who are trying to be reasonable, trying to be in the middle ground, trying to give people an opportunity to defend the position that they're on, which is why I've said in the past that I would be absolutely okay or willing to have a conversation with somebody like Alyssa Mercante on stream, off stream, whatever the case may be. But sometimes you just have to accept the possibility that the opposition might just be purely unhinged. And I think 8-Bit Eric found that out on Twitter recently. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Shout out to Joshua Isley who just subscribed. Appreciate you, my guy. Let me get to it. All right. So here, let me zoom in on this a little bit so y'all can actually see what's going on. Your boy 8-Bit Eric put up a post. Okay. Zoom in, nigga. Zoom in. He put up a post. And he said this. The crash out Alyssa Mercante had in my DMs this morning was wild. I'm genuinely speechless at how far gone she is. Can't believe I felt even a second of empathy for her. Thankfully, she couldn't help but show her true colors right away and snap me out of it. I took the post down because she asked politely and it involved her parents, not because I owed her anything. But of course, she tried to use that as leverage. Lesson learned, never try to reason with people like this. The bed she made with Smash JT is hers, not mine. Nothing else will be deleted or removed unless she drops the lawsuit. Boom. Okay. All right. So what is he talking about? Well, apparently there was discussion in another thread that's now deleted about whether or not Kiwi Farms had removed Alyssa Mercante's doxed information or something of that sort. And so apparently this made her crash out. So she took the link to his tweet and sent it to him and said this. Let me make this bigger. Pause. What is happening here? Sorry about that. Some technical difficulties. But anyway, so she took the link and sent it to him and said, this is a lie. I am not trying to draw a ton of attention to it as it still has the docs of my parents and others on there literally right now. Please do not bring more attention to that. Delete that tweet. Now, what I find interesting is that of all the things that this woman has done to 8-Bit Eric, to Smash JT, and don't get it twisted, nobody's innocent in this situation, including not me. Like, I'm not innocent. I've done my fair share of roasting of Alyssa Mercante. But of all the things that has been done, the fact that she even had the audacity to come into, his DMs and make a request of anything. Like, why would you think that we cool like that? In my personal opinion, I don't know what you guys think. But anyway, so 8-Bit Eric responds to her. He said, if I got something wrong, it wasn't on purpose. It doesn't mean I lied. I saw a note about a third-party removal and based my comment on that. I don't support doxing at all. I delete the tweet because you asked politely and it involves your parents. That doesn't mean I admit to doing anything wrong. I hope you also asked the War Gaming guy and McDizzle, who also brought attention to it. That said, going forward, what I choose to post is my choice, respectfully. So here's the thing. I don't want to criticize 8-Bit Eric too much because the simple fact of the matter is I probably would have done the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it a being with y'all, I probably would have done the same thing because she did ask politely. She seemed sincere, and I'm a reasonable guy. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't seem like 8-Bit Eric had any malice in his heart when he posted that. And he did what I would have done, which is removed it. But Alyssa Mercante starkly reminds us of why people like her continuously take advantage of our kindness and our reasonableness. Because what she did next it should be predictable, but for crying out loud, she goes, "Oh, get off your high horse, Eric. I asked beside my parents and boyfriend I asked because I assume she said because my parents and boyfriend are doxxed, you semi-sentient blob fish. Eat shit. This isn't a game. It's people's fucking lives." She continues, "Also, go fuck yourself. One more time for good measure. You are so desperate for relevance, you'll sell your soul to any bidder, not even the highest. You're all the first people to screech about families, but mine has been doxxed for nearly a year, and your savior, who only became your savior so you could ride him like a remora in an attempt to increase your audience, has been linking to it for months while you pearl clutch over a legal document that we edited his address out of after he freaked out and started wrongfully accusing me of doxing him, even though this lawyer never requested we do so. Odd if he was so concerned. I keep quiet because this is very serious, but please know I have endless receipts of his aggressive, defamatory, harassing, and deceptive behavior. You're pathetic, but at least you had the decency to remove an untrue tweet about my fucking docs." I assume she meant to say tweet. Okay. Go to AA, she says. Does this continue? Does this continue? No, I think that's it. No. It continues. It continues. She says, remove this too. This girl is something else. 8-Bit Eric responds and says, "I knew the second I showed empathy, you try to weaponize it. I took the post down only because you asked politely and it involved your parents. That was me being decent, not admitting guilt, and not giving you control. This isn't about harm. It's about you trying to manage optics. Funny how you're not asking anyone else to take down Kiwi Farms mentions. That tells me everything. You're also flat out wrong about my content. I was doing this content shit for years before the guy you're weirdly obsessed with. He was never part of the equation, and calling anyone an alcoholic, bold move considering you're basically a walking wine spill. I'm not removing anything else. You want it gone? Drop the lawsuit." And then Alyssa Mercante responds, "Eat my ass, pussy. I did ask people to take them down. You're just fucking stupid. And once again, knee-jerk reacting rather than doing due diligence. Goddammit. I look forward to my day in court. Maybe you'll be there, ugly ass bitch. I've never gotten drunk on live stream and pissed myself, so there's that." Whew. I gotta tell you. Any sort of empathy, remorse, or not remorse, any sort of empathy or feelings toward this girl is out the window for anybody involved. This woman is a psychopath. Okay? My neighbor's dog is barking. I look forward to your dating court as well. Getting destroyed. I look forward to it. You just can't trust these people. Let's move on. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on. All right. So, one of the recent controversies that have come out is involving a game that I don't really play that much. Let me quit lying. I haven't really played at all. Okay, I haven't played it at all. Just saying. And I'll give another goddamn because somebody in the comments earlier asked me if they can get a goddamn. There you go. World of Warcraft. Okay, this is one of those games that I grew up knowing about, but never had got the opportunity to play because it was subscription based. And good luck during that time getting any adult to sign up for a subscription for you to play a video game. I mean, this was still during the times where video games were taboo. Okay. But World of Warcraft used to be one of the greatest games on the market. It has influenced the video game industry like no other, up there with Halo or Call of Duty, whatever the case may be. Well, this should tell you everything you need to know about the state of World of Warcraft right now. The absolute state of World of Warcraft.
Stop this! Dinath fought to save all of Azeroth.
He sold us out so the Alliance and Horde could wage war in Kar-Zalgar. You'll never understand. For Erethdor! The Red Dawn will rise again.
No! Do not make her a martyr. Our history will read. Faerun, true daughter of the Arathi, allowed Merrin to live without her title and name. The Red Dawn vanished from the Highlands forever.
This is not over.
What the fuck are we doing? Was anybody compelled by that? Did anybody feel compelled by that? I mean, listen. I don't want to grift too hard on this because, again, I am not a World of Warcraft guy. But based on what I'm seeing from actual World of Warcraft fans, this is not what World of Warcraft is about. Okay? It used to be masculine. Okay? You can look into the comments and you can see stuff like this. How far have we fallen, boys? This is what happens when you allow women to take over. I'm sorry. I'm letting the misogyny hang today. The misogyny is in full effect because, goddamn, I said this with Ironheart. 90% of the women in Hollywood and period belong nowhere near a writer's room. And now I'm ready to take it forward. 90% of women don't belong nowhere near any of your favorite franchises ever. Okay? Mean Girls can write that. Okay? Embu, fine. Animal Crossings, fine. Okay? They can do that. But stay the hell away from our franchises. It doesn't start there. I mean, it doesn't stop there, okay? It doesn't stop. The hell is this? Look at the top of his head. Look at his lips. Look at this. Look at this. Look. It says, this is World of Warcraft 2025. And hey man, that's funny. That's funny. So you seem to be under the belief that a person who is handicapped, if they were living in a fantasy world, they would get themselves a magical wheelchair instead of just learning magic that allows them to walk. You can't make this shit up. You just cannot make this shit up.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
And that's where we are in 2025. That's where we are in 2025. You get out the way. And so, I mean, hey, whatever. hey, World of Warcraft fans, I hope you can get a good little gobble out of that. I hope you can get a good little gobble out of that, because that is different. Anyway, let's move on to the next topic. Make sure you guys like this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to this video and this channel as we cook up more diabolical grips, okay? Let's get a little bit political. Very political. A little bit more identity political, because we just learned that Penn State will be forced to apologize for allowing male swimmer Leah Thomas to invade the women's team. This is coming from Libs of TikTok. Shout out to Libs of TikTok. I would love to get Shorty from Libs of TikTok on New Black Street. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? Anyway, that's a pipe dream. Anyway, Penn State to apologize for allowing male swimmer Leah Thomas to invade the women's team. The university will also be adopting definitions for male and female consistent with biological sex, strip all records titles from Thomas, and return them to female swimmers, and issue personal apologies to all female swimmers who were affected. Gender ideology is all crumbling down. Okay. Now, for those of you who don't know about this, a couple of years ago, there was this trash swimmer by the name of, what was the nigga's original name? I don't know. The nigga, we gonna call him by his last name, Thomas. All right, he was trash. His rank in college was like, what, in the 600s? Okay. Then out of nowhere, this nigga decided, oh, I want to be a woman. Okay? Get closer to y'all. He decided, I want to be a woman. Okay? Out of nowhere. Decides to swim against the women. Because, you know, they just allow that shit now. Called himself Leah Thomas. Nigga broke every goddamn record in the female category. What are we talking about here? All right? Not only that, to add insult to injury, not only did every girl that was supposed to win, okay, a little fucked up hat. My head is a little fucked up. Fix that. You know what I'm saying? There we go. That's a lot better. It's a lot better. I'm gonna need a new hat. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you donate to the new hat fund as well. You know what I'm saying? Link will be in the description. Venmo, Cash App. Anyway, so yeah, to add insult to injury, not only were these girls forced to lose, despite the fact that they probably, the second place person should have probably been first place. These girls were forced to undress in front of this man in the locker room, take showers with this man in the locker room. And when the girls expressed concern to the school, they were silenced. They were literally threatened, like, hey, listen, bitch, you want to keep your scholarship? I suggest you shut the fuck up. Leah Thomas is here. He's queer, and he's not going anywhere. That's what they were told. And so that's how we got superstars like Riley Gaines and stuff like that. And so when you read an article from CNN like this, Trump administration releases $175 million in federal funding to Penn State after transgender athletes agreement. The Trump administration has released $175 million in previously frozen federal funding to the University of Pennsylvania, a White House official told CNN on Wednesday, following an agreement on how the university would handle transgender athletes. The funding release comes after the school reached an agreement with the federal government to block transgender athletes from female sports teams and erase the record set by swimmer Leah Thomas. They said, and I quote, "We told them the institutions that violate federal civil rights law could lose their federal funding." So University of Pennsylvania came back to the table and asked us what they can do to make it right. Department of Education Secretary Linda McMahon said in remarks announcing that UPenn agreement Tuesday. We said, you have to completely rewrite your institutional policy. They signed on the dotted line. We said you have to take these steps with the records and reporting so this never happens again. Holy cow, Don DeMarco.
Don DeMarco.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the progress I like to see. Okay? That is what I like to see. The president's doing his job. He's executing exactly what he said he was going to do, and you love to see it. Because under no circumstances should a grown-ass, what was he, like 6'3" man be competing against women in any sport. in any sport. And Leah Thomas is a jackass because he sat up there and let that shit happen, knowing he was wrong. I don't care what he called himself. And Pennsylvania deserved this because they had an opportunity to roll this shit back a while ago. But it's always going to be the money. It's going to be the money every time. $175 million in federal funding. Them pockets started to get light. And the choke, them niggas was sitting up in that office like... Trump walked up in there like Darth Vader. They was like... Hey, it's going to be that money every time. How long does it take the video game industry to figure it out? I don't know. It seems like Microsoft is figuring it out right now. How long does it take Hollywood to figure out? I don't know. We'll see, but we'll also move on, okay? All right, next. Oh, boy. Halo is so back. Halo is so back. Okay? I got proof. I got proof that Halo is so back. Watch this.
What's up? There should be something else. There should be something else.
Whoa! What? What? What the fuck? Bro, what?
You may not need the headset.
Oh, he's kicking him. He's dead. Damn. Hey, hold on. Fight back!
Look, niggas in the chat talking about Game Pass.
Hey, look at noise! Yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Hey, come on, bro! Oh, he got that weed! Oh shit! Huzzah! Look at you!
Okay, that's enough of that. That's enough. Jesus Christ. Don't look at me like that, Kurt. Don't look at me like that. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, that is Kai Cenat, the biggest streamer on the planet, probably rivals that of Asmongold. Him and Asmongold kind of fight back and forth between one another as biggest streamer. I think Asmongold is wearing the crown right now, but Kai Cenat is, first of all, bravo to them for providing S-tier entertainment for their audience. We may not be able to get into it. I'm sorry, I can't watch streamers like that. There's no way you could possibly get me to sit there and watch that for hours on end. But, I mean, hey, they're entertaining. It is what it is. I also appreciate the fact that these guys are as young as they are, and they have an appreciation for the Halo franchise. You get what I'm saying? Kai Cenat is a young dude. I think he's 24, 25, and bro is very aware of what Halo is. And so this tweet though ain't it. Make that bigger. Pause. Kai Cenat has Halo Spartans crashing through his wall for his stream. Halo is so back. Unfortunately, bro.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God.
No. I'm sorry. No. If you follow my channel since 2023, or was it 2022? I don't know. Who cares? Okay. The point is, if you followed me, then you know that my favorite franchise of all time is Halo across all mediums. It's Halo. Okay. But Halo is not back. Okay. Halo is not back. It's suffering. Okay. It's being passed up. There was a time where Call of Duty and Halo was neck and neck. Call of Duty kept going. Halo kept falling. And now there's a great many of franchises that are past Halo on the pecking order when it comes to the top of the video game food chain. Especially when it comes to multiplayer games. Hell, Apex and Titanfall might be above Halo at this point. Fortnite above Halo at this point. You know what I'm saying? And so it doesn't help when you get shit like this. Disability Pride Month? July is Disability Pride Month. Man, if you don't get the fuck... Oh, my God. My leg. Strength comes in many forms, and every Spartan brings something unique to the fight. Whether you have a disability or not, there's a place for you on the battlefield. Log into Halo Infinite and claim your free armor coating. Man, you believe this shit. Halo will never be back. I'm convinced. Halo will never be back. And if I'm not mistaken, let me look it up. If I'm not mistaken, they did the unthinkable. They turned off the comments, you cowards! You absolute fucking cowards. You can't take the heat. And this is why Halo will never be back. I want to remind you that this is the same company, the same game, that put up a Juneteenth cosmetic briefly named after a fucking monkey. You cannot make this shit up.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
You can't make it up. You cannot make it up. Look at this. Look at this. What was the monkey's name? Juneteenth. What was the... Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? I want to continue reading. Yes, I know this is a Kotaku article. Spartan nameplate. Where is it? This was the skin. Oh, they don't have the right screenshot. They don't have the right screenshot. It is what it... Shouldn't this... What? It should have the name up there. Either way, it doesn't matter. The goddamn skin was called Bonobo. And apparently Bonobo was a monkey. Go figure. I can just hear Eric Jenkins in my ear right now. Monkey. Jesus fucking Christ. Halo is not back. Halo is so not back. So stop. Stop it. For crying out loud, stop it. Anyway, let's move on. Okay. Speaking of Kotaku, y'all like that segue right there. We just got off of a Kotaku article, and we got to talk about Kotaku. G.O. Media winds it down. Oh, my God. G.O. Media, you know, the people who owned a bunch of different video game media outlets, including Kotaku, is now shutting it down. Here's a tweet coming from my boy Hypnotic. Ultimate Chud victory. G.O. Media is being shut down. Kotaku escapes death again by being sold to European publisher Kiliops. Looks like Kiliops can subsidize Kotaku's activism for even longer. How much longer till it's sold off to someone else again or shut down completely? Either or, G.O. Media is dead and Kotaku got sold off for all cash since they are nothing more than the cheaper hooker of the industry. Now, I was going to clap. Okay, let me get close to y'all. I was going to clap and celebrate, but of course, because we're not actual grifters, I know we pretend to be grifters, we're not actual grifters, we had to do a little bit more research, okay? While we saw some might celebrate this as like, oh yeah, the ultimate chud victory. Well, there are others who are saying this is exactly what the people at Kotaku want. Check this out, okay? Alyssa Mercante, like we were just talking about not too long ago. Alyssa Mercante says, if you're saying this is bad news for Kotaku, you're stupid. This is what everyone on the team has wanted for years. The promise of it was kept most of us there longer, despite how we were treated by Jim Spanfeller and Leah Goldman, okay? She also goes on to say this, so happy for the team and hope they can get back to doing what made Kotaku so special now that they're no longer under the thumb of a man determined to disembowel the sites he purchased. With the right leadership, new EIC, and support, more hires, they can thrive. So obviously, you can see right here that Alyssa Mercante is celebrating this while gamers are celebrating Kotaku being sold off. Now, I'd say there is reason to celebrate, right? The reason to celebrate is you're vindicated, right? You're vindicated as a gamer because you've been saying for years now that Kotaku was shit, okay? People in the industry knew Kotaku was shit. Y'all, yeah, Kotaku was shit. Because you remember, you know, Kotaku's journalistic integrity not found, 404 not found. Yeah, they didn't like that. You know, Nintendo knows Kotaku ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And multiple developers know Kotaku ain't shit. And so we've been saying Kotaku ain't shit for years. And this is proof of that, because evidently they're not making anybody any money. Now, the interesting thing is they keep getting bought out, right? They keep getting bought out. And so I can only think of only two reasons they're bought out. It's because the name is so big that people are just unwilling to let it die. Or, you know, there's people who have a vested interest in keeping Kotaku alive because, you know, they don't want gamers to be vindicated. I know that's a tinfoil hat theory, and that's not necessarily the one that I believe in. I just think, in my personal opinion, I think the Kotaku name is so big that somebody's always going to be looking at it like, oh, I can fix it. It's like that beautiful girl with like 5 kids. She used to be a prostitute. She's been to jail. She got terrible credit. You know what I'm saying? She has bad habits, but she's so pretty. There's always going to be some simp out there who's going to, I can fix her. And ultimately, they never fix her. So anyway, yeah, we can move on from that. We can move on for that. Finally here, Neil Druckmann. Oh, Neil Druckmann. Neil Druckmann, okay? If you don't know who Neil Druckmann is the man responsible for The Last of Us, okay? The Last of Us series on PlayStation. He works at Naughty Dog. He used to be a developer or, you know, whatever, but now he's like head of Naughty Dog and whatnot. Well, Neil Druckmann is announcing that he's stepping down from the live action Last of Us series. It's kind of anticlimactic because when people saw the headlines, we just assumed the nigga was stepping down from the Last of Us period, but nope. Nigga's just stepping down from the TV series. So, okay, so you can see it right here. Naughty Dog. Okay, this is what they had to say. To our Naughty Dog community, we wanted to let you know that studio head Neil Druckmann delivered the following message to our team this morning. I've made the difficult decision to step away from my creative involvement in The Last of Us on HBO. With work completed on season 2 and before any meaningful work starts on season 3, now is the right time for me to transition my complete focus to Naughty Dog and its future projects, including writing and directing our exciting next game, Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet, along with my responsibilities as studio head and head of creative. Co-creating the show has been a career highlight. It's been an honor to work alongside Craig Mazin to executive produce, direct, and write on the last 2 seasons. I'm deeply thankful for the thoughtful approach and dedication to the talented cast and crew took to adapting The Last of Us Part 1 and the continued adaptation of The Last of Us Part 2. Okay, there it is. Now, you know, people have long said that for some odd, weird reason, niggas in the video game industry have this weird obsession for wanting to be Hollywood. They do. They yearn for Hollywood's approval. And I don't know why. You niggas make more money than Hollywood. Why are you saying I've made the difficult decision to step away from my creative involvement in The Last of Us 2? Why is that a difficult decision? Unless the niggas at the studio don't like your ass. If everybody at the studio like, fuck, damn, we was hoping this nigga stayed on this damn show so we could just make the games that we want to make without him. But anyway, other than that, I can't see why you would be saying unfortunately or making a difficult decision. Hollywood is coming to you niggas begging for stories, not the other way around. Who the hell? When was the last time the video game industry went to Hollywood begging for one of their IPs? I guess you could say Game of Thrones. But was that really the video game industry going to Game of Thrones? I don't know. I would argue that maybe Game of Thrones always just make too much sense. But when was the last time? I mean, like, Hollywood is running out of ideas. The video game industry is not. I don't know what you heard. But the video game industry is not running out of ideas. It's Hollywood that's running out of ideas. So why the fuck is Neil Druckmann even over there? Why are you even over there, gang? Makes no sense. Give them your IP and let them run off. But obviously people are responding. Neil Druckmann is stepping down from TV, not video games. Shit. Yeah, man. I know that's tough. That's tough. That's tough. Lucky for me, I've never played The Last of Us. I'm not interested in playing The Last of Us. And so, you know, I'm not all that hurt by it. But shout out to them PlayStation gamers. So, yeah. I wanted to leave this off on a positive note, right? I wanted to leave this off on a positive note and with a special request. Okay? With a really special request. So, how many of y'all are Marvel Rivals fans? Okay. I am a big Marvel Rivals guy. And recently, Marvel Rivals has announced their plans for season 3. And they released a trailer featuring 2 characters that I love, but I never thought that I'd see them together. And based on the animation of this trailer, my request to Marvel is fuck the MCU. We need a Marvel Rivals universe. Because this shit is cooking. Check this out. Watch this. Now, let me get myself up there. Oh, this is, I fumbled. Sorry. Bugging. Absolute fumble. Absolute cringe fest of a fumble by me. That is not the video. Sorry. Anyway, this is the video.
After he yawns, another comes to my Glentor. To me, my queen in black.
Just give us a Marvel Rivals series, animated series. Please, for the love of God, just do it. Just do it. The Blade music, it's a no-brainer. Just do it. Just do it. Wow. And then of course you got the reveal of Jean Grey, aka the Phoenix, and her gameplay. Have you seen that? I mean, I don't know. Maybe you guys aren't playing Marvel Rivals. If you're not playing Marvel Rivals, I don't know what the hell you're doing. But she looks magnificent. Watch this.
Holding back. Second shift. Cosmic flame. Turning up the heat.
That's crazy. Look at all that damage. Look at all that damage. I don't know why this quality just suddenly dipped down to 360p. It pissed me off.
You are nothing! Less than nothing.
Hey, they cooking over there. They cooking. So please, I will. Yes, the answer to your question is yes. I will absolutely be insta-locking Jean Grey. Sue me. Sue me. Anyway, that's going to conclude the show for today. I hope you guys enjoyed that. We got a lot of topics out of the way, and it was fun. In the meantime, I'll see you guys tomorrow. As always, may the grift be with you. I'm out.
Oh, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.